Morning, everyone. A beautiful sunny morning in Melbourne just after the long weekend. I wanted to talk to everybody today about there are only two things in property development that will make you money, and everything else in between is a cost. And the two things are innovation and marketing. No matter what you do, in property development, there'll be just two things that'll make you money: innovation and marketing. And what do I mean by innovation? Innovation could be in the way you structure deals. Innovation could be in a way where the way you get your finance. Innovation could be in the way you negotiate your terms. And innovation could be in a way you design your stock, the one that you want to sell. So let's talk about innovation first. Innovation, when I say innovation, in finance, it is the way you get your finance, but the way you get your funding. It could be set up in so many different ways. It could be a JV with the landowner. It could be a JV with the builder. It could be JV with the money partner. So that's the way you finance, the different kind of finance, different ways to finance your deal. And you got to really be very creative with all of this. And the only way you can be creative with all of this is if you know all the rules, if you know all the strategies, if you know how the mechanics of these deals work. So you can innovate in finance. You can innovate the way you structure your deals. That could be related to financial structures, and you will need to consult your accountant in order to do that. But you'll have to also determine what your purpose, what you really want to do when the project is finished. So that will determine the structure, and you'll need to get advice on it from your accountant. But I know that there are some really innovative ways to structure a deal. The third thing is terms and conditions. You could basically ask for anything and negotiate anything. So it all boils down to you being innovative enough to be able to negotiate the kind of terms that are the most favorable to you. For example, no matter what I do, I always, even if I buy something with plans and permit, I always make sure that I always make sure that I've got enough time so that I can go out and sell my project before I settle, so that I can save on interest and all those things. And number four, the way you can be innovative is the way you design everything. It could be something which is very environmentally sustainable, or something that's green, something that's got solar. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of sun flare here. Okay, that's why I said it's a beautiful sunny morning. Whoops, it's coming from everywhere. So yeah, so that could be one of those reasons. I'm just trying to get rid of the sun from here. So yeah, that's one, and another one. And when it comes to marketing, the reason I say marketing is because you've got to really make something that you can sell. If you develop something that you can't sell, it's going to be a problem towards the end of your project, because the only time you actually get your money back is when you actually sell your stock. And marketing, my friends, it's very different from just engaging an agent anymore. And the reason for that is the lenders and the banks are actually getting stricter and stricter with the amount of pre-sales they want, the amount of debt they want to cover before they can let you start construction. So so marketing comes in a lot earlier than it used to. And when it comes in earlier, that means you got to sell everything off the plan. And imagine you going out and buying something off the plan which has not been built, and you got to be really really certain about so many different things. You got to make sure that you got a good builder. You got to make sure that you've got favorable terms. But if the product is good, everything boils down to the actual product. So can they actually see the floor plan? Can they actually see what it's going to look like? Are the renders good? I mean, of course, you can go and really get some cheap renders done from overseas, but are they going to do justice to the product that you are selling? I've tried to cut corners. When I started, I said, yeah, no problem, I'll go overseas, get some really cheap renders done. But in this industry, you basically get what you pay for. So if you're offering peanuts, you'll get monkeys. and don't do that. Just make sure that the kind of product that you are selling, if you're selling something for $200,000, I'd say, okay, don't bother with the render, because it doesn't work. But anything above 500 and above 600K that you want to sell as your product towards the end of it, or even off the plan, you got to make sure that you've got some really good renders, because it is difficult for people who've been in the industry can, after a while, can actually visualize what it would look like. But new people who are getting in, buying your stuff, they won't be able to visualize it. So they really have to see what it looks like. And marketing involves material and finishes schedule. So you give them a schedule of what the color scheme is going to be like, what the materials you're going to use. I even go out and get a materials board done so people can touch, feel the tiles, the floorboards, any kind of stone tops or anything. I have a sample of it stuck on a board that people can touch and feel, and say, okay, this is what I'm getting into. So those are the two things that will make you money. Everything else in the middle of your property development project is going to be a cost. And if you can really nail the two ends, this is the front end and there's a back end, and the front end is innovation and creativity, and the back end is marketing, making sure that everything that you're developing is saleable, you'll be a good developer. I'll see you next week. Hey guys, I always forget to mention this, but don't forget to comment, share, and like. Thanks very much. Bye.